Hey folks, welcome back here to the Vegas Don Channel. We're here off of North Shore Road, State Route 167 here in Nevada. We're about 25 miles east of Las Vegas right now. Taking a little day trip up here to the Valley of Fire. When we came up here, if you haven't seen any of the earlier videos, when we came up here, we discovered that we have to pay, coming this route through Lake Mead Boulevard on the east end of town, instead of Interstate 15, you have to pay to come through the national park, and then you got to pay to go through a state park. Good times. So, yeah. Just bear that in mind if you want to come out here instead of fighting the interstate. Or maybe, I know some people don't like driving on the interstate at all, so come out here on this little mountain road and enjoy a little day trip. Get you away from the casino and the slot machines that feature dwindling numbers on the screen in front of you. It's always fun to take a day trip in Vegas when you're on vacation. I did it myself a few times before I moved here. We have videos in our library of day trips to Mount Charleston, which is an awesome day trip up in the mountains. You're at like 9,000 feet elevation, I think. And then you can hike up even further into Mount Charleston or Cathedral Rock up there. Did another video on Hoover Dam, which is another awesome day trip. Take a look at that in our library. Temperature outside reads 113 degrees Fahrenheit. I think that's about 44 degrees Celsius for our international viewers. Just want to highlight these locales that are outside of town for folks. Sometimes you might want to get away from the crowds down on the Strip and at Fremont Street. A feeling with which I can certainly relate. It's nice to get a change of view and to see some new mountains too, like these in front of us. It's pretty cool looking. Speed limit of 50 out here in the national park. Climbing. Drop down into a lower gear. More furniture being strewn about there on the side of the road. Unfortunately, we see a lot of that out here. You come out here under the cover of darkness at night and dump. Expecting to see Wile E. Coyote and Roadrunner out here any minute now. You don't get vistas like this on the East Coast. Maybe in the Appalachians, but on the Smokies. And those are green, and that's up to you if you think that those are better looking than these are because they're brown. Everyone has their preferences. Some of these are red out here. In fact, I'll show you that one there. That's a cool shade of red. Climbing, ears popping. No passing zone. And Valley of Fire is definitely a very good little day trip away from Las Vegas. You got Mesquite. Mesquite's about 90 miles away, so that may be just outside the range of a day trip. They have their own little casinos and stuff there. It's on the state line with Arizona. They're at Mesquite. Mesquite. It's always fun to see the Nevada towns right on the other side of a non-gambling state border, right? Like, as soon as you come over from California, they're at Prim, 30 miles south of Vegas. Boom, you got a bunch of casinos. Same thing when you come down the 15 out of Arizona into Mesquite there. Boom, bunch of casinos. Now descending. Open desert in front of us. Low desert, great for storage because of the low humidity. But it does, because of that, it does tend to dry everything out. Tour bus heading the other way there. Take this drive out here, you might start to get an idea of why Nevada is the most mountainous state in the US. There are mountains everywhere. There's certainly flatland too. You get up towards the middle part of the state there where Groom Lake is, and Area 51, it doesn't really exist. Oh, wait a minute, the government already admitted it does. There are huge, vast, almost like salt flats out there. They look like salt flats. If you've ever been west of Salt Lake City, they have the salt flats out there where they go racing and stuff, test the land vehicle speed records and stuff out there. But that's kind of what it looks like from the highway when you're around Tonopah out there off of US 95 on the way between Vegas and Reno, which is about a 450-mile drive. That is definitely an all-day trip. Reno, much smaller version of Las Vegas, much, much smaller. They're trying to kind of turn themselves into like a hipster, artsy brewery type of town now. But they had Tesla come in probably 10 years ago now at this point. And so that really drove up the property values up there. Just astronomical. For instance, I saw like a $450,000 home up there that is just outside the urban downtown core in Reno, and it was like 500 square feet, 528 square feet, something like that. So you'd be buying it essentially for the land, because if you have that kind of money, you're not going to live in a small little house like that. A lot of people, they'll buy the land and then come in and tear the house down, put up their the home of their desires. Reno gets snow up there. We don't get snow that often. The last time the snow fell and actually kind of stuck in the valley, I wasn't living here yet, but it was 2008. I heard stories about it. They said they shut the town down because no one knew how to drive in this stuff. So, yeah. Plus, a lot of folks here in Vegas, they don't have a four-wheel drive. So if it snows here, you're stuck at home. Especially if you have a rear-wheel drive vehicle. Front-wheel drive, you can try and navigate somewhat. But rear-wheel, no way. You'll be sliding all over the place. Through traffic, keep right. You can see the road ahead there, carving a path out of the desert. Through traffic, keep right. Okay. Not sure what that turnoff was. No signage. mountain roads. Twisty turny. That's just good, clean family fun there. Temperature now reads 109. It's cooled off 4 degrees since the beginning of the video. It is 3:30 p.m. outside, so the heat of the day is definitely on, but it's nice that it's a little cooler. We've had one brutal summer here. Hottest on record, they're saying. Today's fire danger extreme, the sign said there on the right. You can see these beautiful red rock formation here in front of us. And you'll have to look up the geology of the area, you know, and Earth in general when it comes to the formation of these mountains, how they all got here. How did you get here? Earthquakes and volcanoes. That's just a very oversimplification of it. There's a lot more to it than that. Redstone is what that sign says there, and appropriately named as we see these red stones around us. A little too hot for us to get out and try and walk around. Especially when I don't know where I'm going. Trying to walk around and look for things to video and get myself lost. Sign on the left here, it says hunting area, no target shooting. Hopefully no stray bullets either. That would really suck. Milepost 28. Our speed limit in here is still 50. We've got, looks like we're descending now. Let's see, looks like the elevation descends down there. I want to thank you all so very, very much for joining. We really appreciate each and every single one of you. And shout out to our longtime viewers and commenters. 7-Eleven Man, Garden Mama, Michael, Reggie Ryan, Bard, Dennis. Thank you all so very, very much for being part of our community. If you haven't already, please do like, follow, and subscribe to us. It helps recommend us to other viewers, and it also helps the algorithm. So the algorithm carries more weight when you like, follow, share, and subscribe the video. Than just mere views alone. We are now headed due north. The sun is off to our left here. Interstate 15 is out here somewhere. Milepost 30. If you haven't already, check out our shop section on YouTube. We have some awesome gear available for you. The Vegas Don logo on top of the Las Vegas script. Thank you for coming cruising with us. And as always, remember here on the Vegas Don channel, it's the journey. We'll see you next time, folks.